Hey everybody, welcome to King Conversation. I am Mark Wiggins, editor-in-chief of Off the Bench magazine. And as you can tell, I am not in my studio. I am poolside somewhere in the South, Orlando, down here doing some work for the business. And as I always like to say, I work during the day, but I don't always necessarily work at night. We're gonna have a conversation today, not a long conversation. I don't have any guests on tonight, but we're gonna talk about men and how to relax and how to enjoy your time because it is a struggle. But first, before we get there, I want to encourage everybody to make sure you subscribe to the magazine. Go to offthebenchmagazine.com and register there. Happening in the magazine, a lot of good editor information coming through, contributing writers. We have people coming in all the time talking about great stuff that you need to know how to live your off the bench life and how to do things and do it more effectively. This is a great magazine. November issue is dropping shortly. The gift giving guide is out. It's coming out. It's amazing. If you missed your opportunity for the gift guide, we'll be doing it again next year. But the November issue is dropping, and it's a great issue. And we got one more. I've done this for a whole year. Like December issue is getting ready to be created, and I didn't think that I would be able to make it a whole year. Let's just keep it clear. Didn't know how after the initial excitement of doing a magazine, would I be able to sustain all the effort to get it done for a whole year? And it appears that it's going to get happening. And a lot of things have happened. A lot of great growth. Met a lot of great people. And more importantly, I've given people their platform to launch their message, launch the things, the connection that I have in my platform to practice their message and to grow their message. So that's awesome. This is one of the things we want to do with Off the Bench magazine that's been achieved. And of course, out of that came King Conversations, where we're going to have this conversation for men by men. King can understand what a king is going through, and we're about to have a discussion about what we're talking about. So if you were a subscriber, you have received a Woke Wednesday message that came out today on Wednesday, and it had something to do with me and the struggle of taking time off and staying an extra few days down here after the business is done, to stay in a couple extra days and enjoying Orlando, like going to Universal to go see Harry Potter. Like I'm gonna go do that, and my daughter gonna lose her mind because she's already been. She won a wand. The wand probably about $105. But anyway, I'm going. And it was a struggle. Should I stay a day? I mean, we're done on Thursday. I can do Thursday afternoon, come home Friday. And what are you doing the weekend? I'm like, I don't have nothing to do. I have anything to do. There's nothing on the docket, nothing going on. I'm out of town. I'm like, well, then why are we rushing back? What's there to rush back to? So I had to have a whole conversation with myself to say, you know what? Part of me running back has everything to do with old scripts, routines, guilt, being away, stuff not completed, stuff I should be doing. All of a sudden, it had everything to do with that, as opposed to, you know what? It'll get done when I get home, and I'll get it done if I choose to once I get home. That's what I'm talking about. So I went ahead and stayed the extra couple of days. No biggie. It's the weekend. I'll be back to work and doing everything I need to do on Monday. Challenging, quite challenging to make the date. Oh, let me pick the Airbnb where I'm going to stay. This one, is it too far? Is it too close? I don't know. I don't know. Man, pick a doggone place. It don't really matter. Get to the doggone park, have a great time. And it was like something I needed to do by myself. Like I didn't fly nobody down, I didn't bring nobody in, I didn't call them my sands. Nope. By the time they see this, you're like, oh, you in town? Nope, I'm out. I'm gone. So anyway, it had everything to do with me taking time for myself. We're talking about that self-care type of situation. And self-care is huge. And men, we do a horrible job of doing it on our own. If we have a significant other in our life, they are probably the ones encouraging you, me, whomever, to take this time off. It's okay, babe. Take that time off. Go do this. And you from, no, I gotta keep it moving. Let me tell you something. Burnout is real. Burnout is real. And after coming off of a year of lockdown, I want to say the habits kind of changed, right? You got used to being at home. You got used to not mingling and going out. Now it's an excuse. I don't want to go out because of COVID and I don't want to mingle with nobody, whatever. Okay, there's remedies for those things, right? We won't get into that whole discussion, but you can mask and shot, or shot and mask, or not shot, not mask. Listen, your personal choice is your personal choice. All I'm asserting here is you need to start choosing you overall. Choosing you. Because if you go down, what's going to happen to the kingdom? What's going to happen to the kingdom if the king is sick? The king is dead. What happens now? So all we have is what we have. And I was reminded about how, again, we get these reminders about how short life is only usually when there's a major accident or when someone dies. Two things happened this week that reminded me of how short life is. My nephew in Cleveland, Aaron, my boy Bootsy, you hear me call him out, his son, my nephew, got into a car accident, like 2 car accidents inside of a couple of weeks. Now, they were both minor, but just how quick life could have changed for Aaron, for me, and for everybody, right? Just that quick. One of my besties in Cleveland, Danita, lost her mother, long battle Alzheimer's. She passed, right? That's how quick it is. And then just recently, one of the pillars in our chapter, Brother Seabrook, passes away. Don't know why, but he was older brother, well-revered brother. The Greek community will be like, what? Yeah, he passed away. So now all of that's happening, and you go, you didn't want to take an extra day? You don't want to spend time for yourself? You need to learn some new skills, some new tactics on how to relax and how to enjoy yourself. So because I'm on vacation, I ain't got a lot of time. I'm gonna run into my, as you know, I got 3.5 things or something I'm gonna talk about today. So 3.5 ways for men to relax. Let's go. Here's number one. Number one, make time to rest. Sounds real simple. Sounds real simple. Make time to rest. These are some of the things you're going to have to kind of schedule in. You schedule in your work schedule, your workout schedule, your kid's schedule, the honeydew list schedule. Everything is scheduled in your list except for you. You have to make that time for you or it won't get made. No one's going to give it. You're going to have to take it. There was an old story about this young guy as a farmer, and the guy had a milk farm, dairy cows. And the guy kept asking young kids, well, how does the cow give milk? The farmer says, son, the cow does not give milk. You have to take it. You have to go get it. So you have to make time for yourself. You got to make time to rest. For me, nap king. I'm catching 15. I'm catching 20. A good 40. If I go over an hour, that's I'm now sleeping. I'm now going into longer sleep. I usually don't nap longer than 25, 30 minutes max. That's all you need. If it's consistent, it adds up. Transitioning from work, you have to make a mental transition. If you're an entrepreneur, you really don't shut it off. There's always something in your mind. There's always the next project, always the next thing that you do. So you've worked your day job or whatever. You come home, do the side hustle, but you've thought about it all day. Where is the transition? Where is the break? If you don't have one, you're just a continuous cycle, mixing the kids, mixing the schedules, mixing soccer, basketball. Where is the break? Even if you just take 20 or 30 minutes to sit down, exhale, and do nothing at all. Listen to some music, read the sports page, whatever. This is why I kind of envy kids. They'll turn on and play a game or something. That's their break. I don't know what it is for you, but I'm recommending that you do that because that is considered rest. Taking rest and not always laying down and sleeping. Sure, get your 6 to 7 hours. I mean, eight is a luxury. Let's be clear. The body's waking up when it wakes up. 5.5 plus, I'm feeling good. Trying to get to the 6.5 and 7, it requires me going to bed early. But what happens when I go to bed early? I'll wake up early. So there you go. But nonetheless, there's an effort made on trying to get not just some rest, but some quality rest. Feet up, relaxing, soothing music, mind music. You see LeBron talking about the whole app that he has that he's involved with because he recognizes how important rest is. So you do the same thing and make time to rest. Make it part of your new routine, modify the routine, change some stuff. Number 2, modify your diet. I said what I said. Modify your diet. I didn't say change. People, change your diet. Diet used to be a bad word. And diet is not necessarily a lack of something. Diet is a change. Diet is what we eat. You have a poor diet, a good diet, or a trashy diet. Somewhere in there, a diet is in there. It's really about the intake and consumption of food. Modify it, right? Some of the changes I've had to make is not eating late. I try not to eat after 9 o'clock. If I eat, it's a snack, it's a cracker, a scoop of peanut butter, some fruit, or something that's good versus that steak, that burger, because Wendy's open all the doggone time. And isn't it weird that no matter how much you hate McDonald's at 1, 11, 30, 12, it is the only thing open, you'll do it. And then you'll pay for it in the morning. So you have to modify the diet. Watch the greases and all the intake. During pandemic, right before pandemic, I think I got a Instapot, an air fryer Instapot. I got the combo duo during the holidays. Man, just having the texture of something fried without the grease changed it. I started to lose weight eating the stuff I already eat. And people, I don't eat meat. Okay, whatever, I do. Modify it. All of a sudden, I don't eat as much. Now I'm doing the veggies. Now I'm doing all kinds of different things with the air fryer without all the extra grease. It's just prepared differently. A modification to my diet. And so that helps a lot when it does those things, because it really helps you get to where you want to go, and understanding what it is you're trying to get done. So modify your diet. Also increase your water intake. Talk about that. Good majority of people walk around dehydrated. Sorry, you walk around dehydrated and you don't even know it. And then you do more things to dehydrate you, like work out, like salt, like high intake of sugar, dehydration. And then you wonder why you got the headaches and whatever. And then you go in and mess that all up by taking some other stuff. It's really water. Sometimes the craving that I have for sweets, and I do cave in for some sweets, is really a signal that I need something else to drink besides the sweetie drink I drink. I'm probably having withdrawals. So I need a drink. I had to cut back on sweet tea. Man, McDonald's sweet tea was my friend, but not my friend to my waistline. That was a problem. I had to cut that out. All of a sudden, I felt good about not getting sweet tea. Then once I got that under control, I went back to sweet tea, but I get the big one. I got a small. I didn't say I got rid of it. I'm just modifying and watching the intake. You have to do it in moderation. Definitely want to modify your diet. All right, here comes number 3. Take time away. Now, you just heard me talk about taking some additional time. Maybe you don't have 2, 3, 4 days to take. Who does? But do you have a day? Do you have Saturday to the Sunday? You got a Saturday night and the Sunday afternoon, a staycation, a hotel, or down in the basement, leave me alone, close the door. Time away from everything, and really just locking it down and saying, I'm not touching work. I'm not touching these projects. I'm not touching the fraternity calls and all the, got this committee, that committee. I don't even want it. I need a moment for me. You must take time away for self. Take yourself out to dinner. Go catch a movie. You know, one of the hardest things after divorce was to go out to a movie and dinner by myself. Like, you feel like you had to have somebody with you. Like, it was like a status symbol. I got somebody with me. Well, I didn't even get there. I didn't really want to be with them. No way. I wanted to be by myself. Well, that's hard to do. Taking vacations by yourself. Again, move and just going to do something by yourself. Take a drive. Anything that gives you some you time and some decompression time is time away. We need to get better at that as men. We need to get better at that as men, because that's what we need to do. Let's go. Take time away. Yes. I know the world's opening back up. We're trying to take these trips and whatnot. If you can do one, do one. Golf trip, frat trip, boys trip, day trip, drive to the wineries, anything that allows you time away. One of the things I like to do is to drive. During pandemic, some of you know I delivered Amazon, and it was some of the most therapeutic driving I had ever done. I was driving like 3, 4 days a week. To drive down one of the busiest highways in the country with nobody on it, and you're just cruising, you look up, you're in the country, there's a wineries, I'm just dropping packages, there's nobody on the road, me and some music, I'm doing, I couldn't go anywhere, but the car was my getaway. So maybe you need to look at that. Find something to make yourself get away and take time away. Here comes the 0.5. And as you know, people say, Mark, why do you always do 3.5, 4.4? Because no matter what else I've said, you remember this 0.5. It's so odd, it's so powerful in my mind, it should be number 1. It could be the only thing I talk about, but you got to have more than one thing to talk about. But the 0.5 is simply just be present. Be present. We stay so moving that we don't see what's going on around us. You don't stop to really literally smell the roses. There's something about grounding yourself, right? Something people have said that if you just walk on Mother Earth with your bare feet in the grass, something happens to your energy that you connect with the ground to feel that again. Something too about walking around barefoot every once in a while to connect up makes you be present. When you become present and aware, I feel like it's an automatic downshift. You have to slow down. You can't walk past something and go, oh, that's nice. That's not being present. If I walk past something and go, whoa, wait a minute. I wonder how that is. And now I'm present. Struggling to come out of my room to come down to the poolside is me being present. I'm working, but I'm actually creating, which is actually good for me. It keeps me happy. You want Mark happy, let Mark create. You want Mark not happy, don't let me be able to create. Don't let me be able to express myself. I'm having issues. You're going to have issues. But being present allows for that, right? I'm going to go to the park and just be present. Like, yo, look at all the fabulous work that goes into making this happen as my pockets drain because you spend money. But guess what? I'm prepared to do that. And I'm good with it because I want to be present and not worry about anything. You prepare for it and make it happen. You prepare for it and make it happen. Be present. Be present with your kids. Be present at practice. Not just watching your kid, but be present to the whole environment. Look at other kids. Look at other kids develop. Acknowledge other kids. Tell them, hey, I see you, right? Even here at the hotel, having conversations with some of the vendors and pausing all conversations to be present because I had questions about business or speaking, whatever. I'm just being present. I'm enjoying the moment. I would acknowledge you and your greatness. How did you get this product up? I really wish I had more time to bring you what was in these halls, people with these great ideas, and now they're multi-million dollar businesses. It's amazing. It's encouraging. But if I weren't present, I'd miss all of it because I'm so focused on what I got to do and get through this to-do list or death to the to-do list, my achievement list. Now I feel accomplished. Now you feel sort of empty because you missed every doggone thing. Anyway, those are my 3.5 things. Number one, make time to rest. 2, modify your diet. 3, take time away. And the point 5 is simply be present. All right, that's what we got on King Conversations this week. Again, it's a short one. I appreciate you tuning in. Share this with somebody you know, some king that you know, and say, hey, watch this. There's some good insight. Again, I don't have all the answers, y'all. I don't. I just have answers that work for me, and I'm willing to share with you. So maybe you'll find something to add to your toolbox to help you elevate and get off the bench and have this life that you desire. That's what we're talking about in King's Conversation. I won't be the king I need to be if I'm tired. I won't be the king I need to be if I don't get some rest, if I don't become aware, if I don't take care of self, get my health checks, get my screenings. It's cancer, breast cancer awareness and cancer awareness month and domestic violence awareness month. Everybody has something going on. I need to be aware of those things, right? I need to be sensitive to those things. And you may have some issues you need to deal with. Go get you some counseling. It's okay. It's okay to go get counseling. Do what you have to do to take care of self, because without you, who's running the kingdom? I don't know, but I hope to see you next time. Anyway, that's all I got for today. And remember this, as always, you can reach your dreams with a step ladder, then they're probably too low. I'm out. I'm going to get it.